So New World is coming to consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. This is news that has been confirmed because it looks like over on the PlayStation Store, New World's Eternum has been teased. Now, they pulled this down shortly thereafter, but here we are today talking about it. And so I want to give you guys my thoughts. I'm going to be covering the event live today over on Ginger Prime. If you guys want to come hang out with me for the live show, we can see what New World and what other Amazon games are going to be displayed. We've been questioning about where's Throne of Liberty, where's Blue Protocol, and they've already announced some other games from Amazon Game Studios. So I think essentially it's going to perhaps have a good chance of being an Amazon-packed event. But regardless, there's going to be so much more to be excited about. I'm personally hoping that we get some more light, no fire, and some no rest for the wicked news. But console has been coming. It's been on the roadmap. It just hasn't been communicated to us as the players. But they hinted at it a long time ago when they announced that Lord of the Rings Online, the follow-up to this, built in the same tech stack and engine that New World is built in, is coming to consoles. And that in and of itself says that they're using New World to continue to train the team, to grow the team, to learn and get our feedback about this game so that the Lord of the Rings game, the follow-up to this here in maybe 5-10 years, will be something that a lot of people are excited about. But that all being said, console release is an important feature. In fact, I've been advocating for it. I was like a big advocate for controller support native. They brought that in. They've done a really good job with that. For some reason, my voice is failing, but we're going to keep going. Being that it's, day of date, I want to get this video to you guys. And since I've been a big advocate for that, I'm excited to see this open up. Now, we don't yet know if it's going to be fully cross-play, cross-progression. I do hope that it is, because that is, I think, going to be a defining feature about actually building a community. There are going to be people who don't want that because they worry about various different limitations or restrictions or their theories of why that is, but the strengths, I think, outweigh the weaknesses. The strengths of having a bigger player population, more people interested in, will be a huge thing. I think if this is, coming soon, because the June announcement can't just be that it's on, consoles, in the fall, right? Like, it would literally need to be, it's on consoles, you can go play it now, and that's going to be how it translates, or at least soon, maybe an open beta or something like that. But when it comes to consoles, that I could see being paired with a kind of a fresh start server kind of approach, where it's like, hey, we've dedicated some new servers that are only for new players. Maybe they could even dedicate a server that's just for console players, and thus essentially still allow them, now that they have cross server matchmaking, that would essentially benefit them in that space. I hope that today, beyond just the console confirmation and more details, which I'll be sure to cover for you guys here at the channel, it's going to be interesting to see what that all how that shakes out. I'll be sure to give you guys updated thoughts as that happens, both live and then after the fact here on the channel. I don't know why I said that twice. Anyway, it's early. All right. Couple other thoughts that I have is that we've seen the player population just completely crater. Man, I can't talk today. The most important thing we have to take away is that this announcement needs to still be coupled with content. Players need it. We've seen the player numbers drop to the lowest that they've been. And while console will bolster those numbers, while console in a way will shield some of that, obsession about what the current player count is, it will open up the game to a lot more players, and the business model that is around New World will actually be more advantageous. So it's going to compete with things like Final Fantasy XIV and any subscription-based MMO that is also on console, and I can't think of another one. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all shakes out together in the long run. But content is going to be king going forward, especially because they won't have the ability to relaunch the game on a console. What a console release will do is it will get the reviewers going back in, checking out the game for itself, and then kind of giving that updated review. And so hopefully we see them focus in on And being that they've really shifted the game more into that theme park, they're going to need to focus in on kind of the end game content cycle for players, giving them things to chase, things to grind to, because that's going to overall increase their playtime, which is going to look and inflate the numbers, which is going to change the narrative online. All of these things we've seen done time and time and time again. Final Fantasy XIV is an incredible, easy example of those changes. But yes, console is coming. I think that's going to be like the guy who's been advocating for it. I'm absolutely thrilled. I think this is going to be great for the community in the long run. I do think that if they do not address the content drought, that's going to be absolutely kind of the biggest thing that they could continue to shoot themselves in the foot. But I still think that New World is the training ground for what is to come from Amazon Game Studios next. Now, I do wonder if this is going to be paired. We were told there was no expansion announcement this year, but there is going to be a big content update in the fall as well. So we're seeing that yearly content drop every other year. Maybe it's paid. And I think with that mindset, we'll probably see some new weapons, hopefully some new things. I've seen some things about werewolves teased, whether that means that we can become one or that we go fight them. I'm all for it. I think that's going to be really great to see in the long run. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to wrap this up. No need to make this video longer than it needed to be because today we get so much more news and details. So if you guys are new to the channel, like, sub, share, and comment. Otherwise, come hang out with me over on Ginger Prime Live. We're going to be having a good freaking time today. I'm very excited for Summer Games Fest. I'm very excited that we're finally, hopefully, getting past this complete, we can't talk about what we can't talk about. It's like, come on, New World, just give us the details. But I get that they wanted to save this for Summer Games Fest. That way they can kind of make as big of an impact as possible. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll see you next time. But until then, take care.